Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations Part 38. In the previous video we, I don't know, it's been several days since I last recorded. Last day I had a chance to record, I just wasn't feeling it, so I didn't do it. We are investigating with Francesca. Okay, we only have one place to go, so I guess it has to be here. Hello, haven't I already talked to you? I feel like we already talked to you. Sister Bikini looks like she shrunk some since I last saw her. Don't be so rude, Phoenix Wright. What's wrong, Sister Bikini? My, hello you two! How are you doing? Ha ha ha, ha ha ha, ha ha ha. From the sound of that sigh, I guess she's still pretty down. Iris was just here, you know. She was accompanied by that handsome, crimson-clad prince. What? Did she talk about Edgeworth? It was just a courtesy call. I wasn't allowed to talk with her at all. Oh dear, it's all my fault that this has happened, is it? Poor Iris. She was worried about my back, would you believe me? What have I done to her? Worried about your back, eh? Only what you had to do, sister. You bravely and truthfully testified on what you saw. There's no shame in that. And we'll see to it that your testimony wasn't made in vain. Well, I don't hear anyone else saying that. Mr. Blue Suits doesn't seem to share your opinion, I see. Are we Mr. Blue Suits? Huh? Me? Ah! Don't glare at me, lady. Oh, yeah, you did great, Sister Bikini. Yeah. Absolutely spectacular! You two are the only ones who've ever said that to me. I can't shake the feeling that it just became a shill to a shrew. Do you have a problem, Phoenix Wright? Sure, she was brave to testify so truthfully like that, but I know she's still hiding something. Guess it's time to break those psych locks of hers. I gotta refamiliarize myself with what the hell's going on in this game. Okay, what up? Okay, well, you want me to break your psych locks. Can I do that? I don't know, the game told me to do it, so I guess I'll try. Didn't you have like 15 of these son of bitches? Good God. Sister Bikini, the truth is becoming increasingly clear to me. I'm convinced that Miss Elise had a special significance to this temple. As to why she had a special significance, I believe it has to do with her true identity. What on earth are you talking about? She was... Miss Elise was an author, just an author of picture books. She wasn't Batman or nothing. To be honest, I had my suspicions almost immediately after I met her. Yeah, same, Phoenix. I mean, I didn't have suspicions, I was like, oh yeah, that's that lady. So suspicions? Yes, I didn't have any evidence to support my theory, though. But now I do. This piece of evidence proves her true identity, does it? Oh, it does say it's just the Master's Talisman. Okay. I didn't realize that we actually knew that's what that was. Miss Elise had this charm with her at all times. Where'd you... This isn't some cheap good luck charm, either. Yeah, I thought we didn't know the actual significance of it yet, but it does just say that it's the Master's charm. What do you think it is, Mr. Wright? What could a talisman like that possibly mean? It's a talisman, is it? Interesting. This thing speaks volumes about who Miss Elise really was. This talisman and one other item unequivocally prove her true identity. One other item. Wait, can we see the old image? Isn't that something you said you could do? But she doesn't wear that necklace in the picture, does she? Or we can't see it, I don't think. Yeah, we can't see if she has it. But I'm thinking it's gotta be the hanging scroll. I mean, the staff? I don't think it's the staff. Or the orb. Okay, it is that. The painting is obscured by this gravy stain at the moment. Don't ask questions. But this scroll shows the master of the Crane channeling technique. The crest at the top is the sign of that honorable title. The very same crest that adorns the talisman the victim carried with her. This crest is reserved for the master of Crane. Who on earth told you that nonsense? I've got no idea what you're talking about. The new master, Maya Fey, told me. Well, I mean, she's not the new master yet. What? Well, I guess she is now because Lady's dead. Yeah. You mean that Alkalite is Misty Fey's daughter? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. In fact, since her eldest daughter passed away, Maya is Misty Fey's sole successor. Mystic Misty. Okay, so they are just gonna pop all at once. I was kind of wondering about that because, like, I feel like we did not have 5 pieces of evidence to show. And they have done that in the past, where they just like all pop at once, which is like, why have that many locks? Mystic Elise graced us with her presence about a week ago, and she showed me the talisman with that mark on it. Well, I nearly fainted. No one had seen her since she disappeared 17 years ago, after all. What is the significance of this talisman, sister? The Crane talisman? It's a symbol of the Master of Crane. The bearer must carry it with them always until their death. Until their death? So Elise was really Maya's mother, huh? He was Misty Fey, the master of the Crane channeling technique. Yeah, but like, nobody's ever really dead, right? They can just bring her back as a ghost or whatever. The truth comes out at last. Looks like we're making some headway here. So we gotta find the Dragon Balls and wish her back. Tell me, sister. After 17 years, why did you choose to show herself now? Because it's the last chapter of the game. We had to finally close this plot thread. Because something happened that called her out of hiding. What happened? Well, that was one of them dang earthquakes that they've been hinting at. What's happening? It can't be. Earthquake? Oh, bro, this is like giving me motion sickness. Oh my goodness, the inner temple. This kind of tremor might... The inner temple? The sacred cavern in the... Please stop shaking. Gee, I gotta like kind of look away. I don't really get motion sickness, but this is like kind of messing with me. What? Maya! It seems to have passed. Well, we can't just stand here and do nothing. Let's go! What? Where? To the inner temple, of course. Where else? Suja Bikini. We'll finish this later, alright? Of course. You run along now. People may have been hurt. I must get some first aid kits ready. Oh, a big boulder fell on you? Well, don't worry. Here's a band-aid. Come on then, Phoenix Wright. They won't bar you from entering as long as I'm with you. Thank you. Right at that moment, I had the worst feeling in my gut. Just had an earthquake. I wonder if he's alright. Ah, he's fine. He's had plenty of years to get over his trauma, right? That's how that works. You look worried. Are you thinking about Miles Edgeworth? Oh, does she know as well? Come on, let's go. Okay, now I just have to figure out how to navigate these menus. Gotta hurry to the inner temple and... Right. What are you doing here? How could I have? How do you start to understand if you don't speak up? Hey, why am I the one getting whipped? She's gone. No. The defendant, Iris. She's gone. Gone where? She fled. She escaped. What? So it was just now. During the... Easy to see Edgeworth's one and only weakness. His fear of earthquakes. Should have known better than to escort the defendant alone. As soon as the ground started shaking, everything went dark before my eyes and stupidly passed out. Incident. Haunts you to this day, doesn't it? No excuse for letting the suspect get away. Can't believe I let it happen. Right, the inner temple area is a dead end, so she could have only escaped to this side. We haven't seen her. We need to get a manhunt underway now and search Eagle Mountain from top to bottom. Wait, Edgeworth. Have you thoroughly checked the inner temple yet? Don't be ridiculous. Why would I? The inner temple is like an island. There's no way to escape it or cross. That's not it. Iris isn't the type of person to run away, Edgeworth. What are you talking about? Sister Bikini mentions of them when we were with her. She said the sacred cavern might have caved in because of the quake. And you think Iris might have gone to the inner temple to check on the situation? Listen, Edgeworth, I'm sure she's at the inner temple. A manhunt is not necessary. Right? Let's not waste any more time. We need to get to the training hall's sacred cavern now. Alright, let's go. Fortunately, the sacred cavern hadn't caved in. But what we found, something none of us could have ever expected. Oh. How can there be even more locks? What is the meaning of this? Iris? Iris, please tell me. What the hell is going on? No. The end. GG. We ran out of budget. This is where the series ends. Oh, 3-2 investigation. I was gonna say, it seemed a little early to be in an investigation, but, and obviously, how did they pivot this into the trial, but... Right? Is this what Gaddav was talking about? Yeah, the trick locks. Now then, Iris, please remove these at once. Mr. Edgeworth, I'm afraid I can't. It's not possible for me. What? During the earthquake, when the cavern was in danger of caving in, Iris escaped. I know there was only one lock when I last came here. So you're saying that you can't undo the new locks? Yes. If only I was stronger. Edgeworth, how are you feeling? You look a little pale in the face. I'm always pale in the face. Look like you're one to talk with your face all green. Miles Edgeworth, go and get some air. I'll watch over the suspect. You go and get a grip on yourself. Don't be ridiculous. I'm perfectly There's no telling what sort of mistakes you could make in your current state. Go and get some rest. That's your only concern now, Miles Edgeworth. Understood. I'm leaving this damn country and not coming back. I'll handle the investigation in the garden. You take care of things here. Edgeworth. Got so much pride that he's probably off crying in the corner of the garden. Pride is simply another trap that hinders us in our lives. Takes one to know one, lady. That said, one must have pride to be effective on the job. At any rate, it seems that is where we part ways, Phoenix Wright. I'm going to stay here and see if I can't help solve these bothersome puzzles. I see. Well, as long as you don't have to reconstruct a pot, you should be okay. For a vase? Now then, do you mind if I ask you a few things, Iris? Yes, I do mind. Leave me alone. Alright, you ever seen a real-life attorney's badge? Can you take a look at this for me, Iris? Ah! The locks are far more important in this moment, wouldn't you agree? She's right. I have to hold off on asking her about things for now. Why'd you make her run for it, Iris? I'm sorry. I heard the inner temple had been severely shaken by the strong earthquake we had. And I was so worried I just had to come and see. Yeah, okay. Oh. Don't fully buy it. In other words, you didn't run away to escape the law, at least we're clear on that. I mean, I don't think she was running away to escape the law, but... Was it purely out of self-interest, or not self-interest, but, you know... Whatever word fits that sentence. I can't tell you how relieved I was when I saw the sacred cavern was alright, but what? And I saw these chains here. I saw all these extra locks that someone had put on the sacred cavern's door, and... Who in the world would do something like this? I don't know, Maya? These trick locks are the sacred treasure of the Crane tradition. There are hundreds of ways to set them. That's why only the person who set the lock can open it. And you aren't the one who set these locks. I don't think it's that simple, Francesca von Karma. When we were here the first time, there was only one lock. But now, somehow, there's 5 of them. What does that mean? It means that someone wanted to secure the place even more. They wanted to secure it before you got here, Iris. Presumably because they wanted to make sure Maya couldn't get out. This means that Iris can only open one of these locks, the first one. Yes, that's correct. What? Iris, try to think, please. Isn't there any way around this? Like I said, there are hundreds of different ways to set these locks. Suppose if I went through every combination with each one, I could remove... I mean, really... So, like... One second. So, I had to clear my throat. There's like 2 ways... So, it seems like they're saying that they're mated from the out... Like, I don't know. I was kind of thinking that these are actually like a mental representation of, like, Maya maybe not wanting anyone to come... get her or something. Like, maybe she knows about Elise's death somehow, and because I mean, I guess she could like be a spirit powers and is like wanting to be alone, right? Like she's kind of devastated by it, and the locks are like a physical manifestation of that due to spirit nonsense. Or it's that Pearl put them up, who's really the only other person who could have done it. Why Pearl would have done that, I don't know. But, because, I mean, she kind of, like, pops up, and then she just disappears. Which is, like, of course, extremely suspicious. So suppose if I went through every combination with each of them, I could remove them. But... it will take time, won't it? Yeah, so about a day if I had to guess. A whole day?! Well, it's better than leaving the locks in place. Will you do this for us? Sure, I'll do whatever I can. I gotta wait another day. Hang in there, Maya. I wouldn't have to call on your own inner strength now. You know what, Iris? There's still one thing I don't quite get. And what might that be? Phoenix, right? I think it's obvious. Iris, on the night of the murder, where were you? Please, Iris, don't give me that look. You told us that you were in your room at Hazakura Temple at the time of the incident, and that has to be a lie, right? Because, one thing that Bikini said that was interesting was Iris said something along the line, or she said that Iris was worried about her back, which makes it sound like Iris was the one who pressured Bikini to, like, go take a break and leave, so that she could be alone, which is, big sus. But you were seen that same evening at the Inner Temple. And then you responded to the scene of the crime in Hazakura Temple too. Being spotted at both Hazakura Temple and the Inner Temple, as if you were... Well, Iris, I think it's about time you told us the truth. I knew it. There's something going on here that we don't know about. Well, let's get to blasting. See what we can figure out. First things first, take a sip of the sauce. I think it's time you told us the truth about what you were doing on that night. You said you were in your room at Hazakura Temple the entire time. Do you still claim that to be the truth? Yes, that's where I was. Iris, I believe you're innocent. That's why I want to believe what you're telling me too, but I can't. Because this person saw you somewhere else the night of the murder. That would be the Bikinsters? Talking about Sister Bikini, of course. Sister Bikini? Her testimony in court today was very clear. Tonight I was helping an acolyte with her training in the inner temple, but, well, as you can see, my backlights act up violently. So I left Iris to help the acolyte and returned to the Hazakura temple. Sister Bikini didn't just see you, she spoke with you. You two talked about Maya's training that night. Do you see, Iris? You were there at the inner temple the night of the murder. That's very impressive, Mr. Wright, is it? The acolyte's actual training was due to start after 10 o'clock that night. I left the main hall early so I wouldn't be late. What time was that? Let me see. It takes about 20 minutes to walk between the main hall and the inner temple. So I would have left at about 9:40 p.m. I think. I'm sorry, Iris, but lying just doesn't suit you. Huh? You say you left the main hall at 9:40, but what you say doesn't add up with this. I mean, we've established she's the only one that could have access to the snowmobile, right? That seems to be fairly ironclad. So if she left at 9:40, it would have still been snowing. So her leaving tracks would have been covered up. So I think that's what they're getting at, that she left the snowmobile at 9:40? Nope. And I'd hope you get this much collector. Shut up. Okay, Iris, what are you trying to hide? The more you lie about it, the more I know it's got to be something really important. It doesn't add up with this. Oh, she rang the lights out bell at 10. So that means she was still there at 10, right? I didn't even remember that piece of evidence. You yourself testified to the contrary, don't you remember? Yeah, because really the snowmobile thing doesn't make sense now I think about it, because the snow stopped at 10:50, not 9:50. You said you ran the lights out bell at 10 o'clock that night. Plus, only moments before you rang that bell, you were seen at the main hall by the most reliable witness I have. Who's the most reliable witness? Me. I was kind of wondering if that's what he meant. Because I was thinking that, but, I can't, the timeline's all fucked. It's been, like, over at least a week and a half since we started this case. Mr. Wright, I would like to, I'm not going to be able to finish the game today, but probably tomorrow, I think. We even spoke a little that evening. That's when you gave me this. Surely you haven't forgotten. No, that's right. Actually, we're right. I remember. And that brings us to another puzzling fact, Iris. At 10 o'clock on the night of the murder, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time. Tom, you told me exactly what's been going on, Iris. So far, I've managed to prove 2 things. First, on the night of the incident, you were at the Inner Temple. And second, at the exact same time, you were ringing the bell at Hazakura Temple. There's only one possible explanation for this apparent impossibility. So there's 2 irises. On the night of the incident, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time. Which means there must have been 2 of you. Now the question is, are there actually 2 of them, or is it just someone who looked like Iris? I'm still thinking possession stuff. Like, I'm still on the possession train, that's going to be a thing where a character we think is someone is actually possessed. It's like, I mean, it could have been, like, I don't know. Because you could only be channeling someone who's dead, right? So it couldn't be that, like, Iris is alive and then someone else is also channeling Iris, because Iris would have to be dead. Unless they really are going with the twin sister angle thing, secret sister not mentioned at all, which would be, I don't know. I wouldn't be a huge fan of that. It just seems like kind of like a lazy way to explain it. But that's crazy. How could that be? There's only one of me. It's impossible. Impossible? I wonder. The way you're trembling certainly seems to suggest otherwise. Are you seriously trying to suggest there's more than one of me? And show me the evidence. Show me something that proves there's more than one of me. Oh, fuck, dude. I don't know. There's a sketch. I mean, I'm thinking the sketch. I don't really know why. It just feels like the only thing that even slightly fits. I mean, like, hood. I don't really know why it would be the hood. Nope. I had to try it. Mr. Wright, when you said there was another me, I was kind of expecting someone who looked like me, you know? I guess so. In that case, are you saying that I like this person? Can't say with 100% certainty. Can you show me something you're 100% certain about then? Yeah, okay, that's fair. Iris is determined to hide something. Can't drag it out of her unless I show her some irrefutable evidence. I mean, it wouldn't be a person, right? Alright, we're about to have to back out. Because I have no clue. Shishishito. Yeah, I'm just kind of like pressing stuff randomly now. Yeah, let's pause and reload and get back to that point. Okay, I don't know. Even after like kind of thinking some more, I still got nothing. I kind of want to try the Shishishito. Because, I mean, there is part of me that's like I want to present Pearl, but it doesn't really make sense. Like, it doesn't make sense with what the question they're asking. They're asking for evidence. Presenting a person isn't evidence, and we really, like, even though I have a strong hunch about it, that, like, Pearl has something to do with it, especially, like, because there's a throwaway line about how when they found Iris, she's in her room meditating. But we tried that. And I feel like we've actually presented almost everything. Because we presented this. We haven't presented this. This has, if that's the answer, the game's bad.
Weather data doesn't make any sense. Shishishita, we tried victim staff. We haven't done this. We haven't done this, but I don't know why it would be the same, but I have to try it. Alright, I'm gonna try the pearl. It doesn't make sense, but okay. Yeah, this is kind of annoying. I mean, I feel like I just don't have any evidence. But also, I don't think I can leave. I mean, can I leave? Like, am I actually missing the evidence? Okay, that maybe is it. I kind of thought we had to do that right then. Cops are still combing the place. They look pretty nervous. I'd be nervous too. It's got to be a tough job. Especially if someone giving you the evil eye the whole time. I've done that. So okay, that makes me less mad at the question if it's just we are missing the evidence, and I kind of like not zoomed in, tunnel visioned on doing it right then, because I kind of thought we had to. Can't believe it's still bothering him. Edgeworth? Ah. Hey, don't you dare run away! What do you want, Wright? What do I want? Give it a laugh at me, then get on with it. Go on, laugh away! I was ready to hug it out with him, but he's just the same prideful Edgeworth. You went back to the Criminal Affairs Department, right? You said you wanted to look into something concerning Iris. Oh yeah, I forgot about that, because I thought we'd maybe have to end up going over there, but... Yes. Thanks to what I found, I was reminded of something terrible. Okay, so we are just missing evidence for that question, I bet. Yeah, okay. I'm not, like... I wasn't really that mad about it, because I didn't feel like the question was bad or anything. I just felt like I was being dumb, but no, it was like we literally just didn't have the evidence I'm thinking. You guys are putting a lot of effort in the investigation of the garden here, huh? The high chance is the actual scene of the crime, that's why. I mean, because of the writing in blood and the talisman in the snow? Exactly. As you know, those things couldn't have been planted here after the murder. But surely, you don't suspect Maya, do you? We have to treat everyone as a suspect, Maya as well as Iris. It's our job, right? I mean, that's fair. So I guess you still haven't gotten over your fear of earthquakes. No, but thankfully my nightmares have finally stopped. Still, if the ground gives even the slightest tremor, I found myself short of breath. 17 years ago, when we were little school kids at the same elementary school. I wonder if they're ever gonna, like, you know, give a little explanation in case, because I mean, they have explained previous events from the past games, you know, just in case you're playing this one first, or out of order, or forgotten. But they keep referencing that Edgeworth is afraid of earthquakes, but not explaining why. Edgeworth found himself in the middle of a murder. I almost thought about that big quake that hit the courthouse. Yeah, so I was stuck in an elevator with my father, who's a defense attorney. We were deprived of oxygen when we passed out. That's when it happened. That single gunshot shattered my whole life. I lost everything that day, all because of that earthquake. My dreams, my family, and myself. Well, Edgeworth, not to be pedantic, but you didn't lose it because of the earthquake. You lost it because Von Karma's a piece of shit. It's been more than 17 years now. I mean, the earthquake gave him the opportunity, but at the end of the day, it's Von Karma who is the problem, not, you know, the earthquake. In that case, was finally resolved 2 years ago, right? You think I don't know that? I was there, but... I mean, we were there too! But... Such a shock, I never imagined I could be so wrong about myself in my life. Sorry, Wright, there's nothing else I can say. Not after you chose to become a lawyer for my sake. Not after you saved me. Edgeworth, you're stronger than you think, so... No more of this self-pity, okay? There's something that bothered me about her from the moment we met. felt like I'd seen her somewhere before. No, wait. Not somewhere. Felt like I'd seen her in the court before. So you went back to the Criminal Affairs Department to look for her file? Yes, I checked over every case file I've ever worked on. I was right. I'd seen her face before 6 years ago. 6 years ago? It was my first appearance in court. As cases go, it was my worst nightmare. So, who is she? Sorry, Wright. Can't give that information away to a member of the general public. What are you talking about?
What? Why not? It might be the most crucial piece of the puzzle that solves this case.
The woman I knew was the daughter of a jewelry store owner. Okay. She had nothing to do with Iris and Hazakura Temple. And neither did the case. No, that woman is completely unrelated to this murder. Unrelated? Yes, I can say that with complete confidence.
You're wrong, Edgeworth. She's totally related to this case.
I need to fill Edgeworth in. I need to explain the connection between Iris and the woman Edgeworth knew. How do I do that? I don't know. Apparently, Iris was taken in by the sisters here at the temple when she was a child. However, we still don't know much about her past, so we're looking into it. That reminds me, Edgeworth went back to the Criminal Affairs Department to look up some stuff on her. Ask him what he's found. I mean, we tried. If you want to know how to run the perfect trial, there's a lot to study and learn. Oh, is that what you're studying about right now?
Oh god. It's his face.
I sat at the prosecutor's bench for trials in 5 different countries now. First thing you must do is gain complete mastery of the language. It's quite a task. I'd never get anywhere then. It's taken me a lifetime to sort of master one language. Same. And sort of master is maybe a strong word. Apparently I've become something of an apprentice to Elise. Yeah, something like that. You did this portrait for me earlier. That's great. Let's just leave it at that about Larry, alright? Looks like someone's still mad at the butts for his performance in court today. It's been more than a year since I saw Francesca myself. Oh no. It seems she's been dying to see you again. She really said that? I believe she wants to eat you for breakfast, or to put it another way, whip you silly. Literally and metaphorically. Oh. Banana. Go on, let her have her way. It would make for a great anecdote about my trip.
Forget it, Edgeworth.
Another victim you know nothing about. Same as always. I think you'll tell me if you know something about our mystery woman, right? I know that Elise is no ordinary visitor to the temple, but her true identity could be a useful weapon for the defense. And I can't give that away just like that. Yeah, but we're not going up against Miley. We're going up against Francesca.
He's something of a legend, I hear. Or honestly, we're probably going up against Gadot, but
Don't say it like you don't know anything about him. Tell me what you know. It's a bit strange, actually. If he really was anything special, I should have heard about him by now. I'm always well informed about the rookies coming into the prosecutor's office, you know? And you mean... he isn't anything special? You should already know the answer to that. Although, there's one other possibility.
what's that?
He could have come into the profession from a different channel.
What different channel?
More than one way to become a prosecutor, right? Perhaps he started off as a defense attorney, but decided it wasn't for him? A defense attorney? I didn't even know you could switch sides like that.
Well, yeah, duh. It's just a job, dude.
I was just with Detective Gumshoe. I treated him to some pasta.
You owe him that much. After all, it's your fault his salary is so low.
How's it my fault?
And look, if you're gonna have to buy the guy lunch, at least get him something decent, okay? Gumshoe practically lives on pasta and noodles already.
I did order some extra Parmesan cheese on top. He was crying tears of joy as he dug into it. It was quite moving.
All you have to do is give the poor guy a raise.
It's crossed my mind once or twice that her testimony might be a bunch of lies. There certainly are a lot of problems with it. Thing is, as far as I can tell, she has no reason to deceive us. I believe she did meet the defendant at the Inner Temple and witnessed the murder. One in the Hazakura Temple courtyard in any case. I don't remember my fate very well, but it seems to me that the girl is always landing herself in trouble. You're fucking telling me, dude. Seems to me that you know her better than you think. I do sincerely hope she's going to be alright. I don't know anything about one of the biggest names in the world of law, so as I'm sure you'll agree, for better or worse, we were only destined to meet once in the courtroom. I know, I read all about it. It was the first time for both of us, two novices, head to head. Still remember how downhearted I felt after the trial ended the way it did? Wonder if Mia felt the same way too. Seems Pearl was trapped on this side of the river on the night of the murder. Did she tell you anything? Listen, Wright. She's just a kid, and I can't force things out of her. You want to be the one to find out what she knows. Oh yeah, we've already done you. Guys, I think we presented everyone. Yeah. The evidence we should present. What do you think about this? Sorry, Wright. You're a defense attorney and I'm a prosecutor. Wouldn't be right for us to discuss things so intimately. But you were acting for the defense of the trial today. Okay, come on. You gotta tell me about the sketch. Come on, you got something to say for the sketch. Get that piece of filth out of my face. You're still mad, huh, Edgeworth? I know a thing or two about Larry Butts, just like you. Even though he likes to act up at this, even he couldn't make something like this up. This is what he drew, then this is what he saw. As unbelievable as it may seem. I know, that's what I think too. Every single time I see that guy, he's up into his neck. I knew it, Edgeworth. Still mad as a hornet at Larry. And I guess we can go back to the... Oh, we can go here. Finally getting to the bottom of this case, are we? I can count on Iris to break those locks, so I should try and gather more clues. Sister Bikini, Edgeworth, Gumshoe. And Pearls. It's weird there's no one around all of a sudden. It gets quiet up here in the mountains when you're all on your own. Kind of alone. I guess I should go check out the shack just down this path. Maybe I'll find Larry there sulking again. Alright, we will go do that in the next video. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.